Welcome to the capital city of Poland, Warsaw, with a population of 1.79 million people. In today's video, we will find out what is it that makes Poland such a powerhouse of a country in the heart of Europe, and what makes Polish people so proud of their country. A country that has been headlining the media regarding many different topics, and one of them being this.
If you're asking me about Muslims illegal immigration, none, not even one will come to Poland, not even one if it's illegal. This is why our government was elected. But this is why Poland is so safe.
But does that really reflect the country as it is today? We'll be eating at the oldest restaurant in the whole of Warsaw and trying some of the most delicious food. This restaurant was also a Michelin guide in 2019. Look at that, it just falls off the bone. To exploring the narrowest building in the world.
We found the narrowest house in the world, and it's literally that little tiny bit.
I'm excited to finally get today's adventure underway and show you what is it about Poland that makes the locals around the world so proud of their country. First, we'll start the day in the capital's most iconic area. And here we are, guys, starting off in the old town in Warsaw, Poland. And just for the people that are new here to the channel, my name is Yad and I'm from the UK, and this is my wife Dace, all the way from
Latvia.
Not too far actually, only 1 hour
Almost
flight.
a neighbor, guys. Yeah. Dzień dobry to all the Polish people.
I'm learning some Polish language, guys. Jak smash means jak smash basically means what's up, guys.
How is it going?
How's it going?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to try to learn some Polish words in this video. Hopefully you guys can let me know if I'm doing well. But we're really looking forward to starting off the adventure here in one of the most iconic places in the whole of Poland, and we can't wait to dive in and share with you why that is. And honestly, one thing I have to say about this old town in comparison to a lot of the other old towns I've seen, most recently over in Riga, is actually how big and vast and nice this place is. It doesn't look like this when we searched online. It looks much smaller in some of the videos and photos, so hopefully you guys can see the scale of this place.
Guys, and we're going to try and do this video slightly more differently, because we see a lot of people just, you know, walking around Old Town and seeing the most important spots out here, but we really wanted to kind of dive a bit deeper and find out about some fun facts on Poland and Warsaw in particular. So the first important fact is that Warsaw as a city was completely destroyed during the Second World War. Old Town, as you see it, guys, it actually was completely destroyed by Nazis back in 1944 during the World War II. But the Polish people have literally rebuilt this old town all by themselves to make it look like it used to, just going by Bellotto paintings, which I think is so incredible and a true testament to resilience of the Polish people.
What I can say, my first impression so far, is I'm very, very impressed with the architecture of the country, how clean it is, and everything seems super modern. Very, very modern. It's a very high-tech city, and just looking forward to dive in a little bit more and seeing what else we can see. Because where we're currently staying, that we'll show you later in this vlog, it's a very modern area, and it's
a central area of Warsaw.
Yeah, and it's got loads of tall buildings, like a business district, and also there's 3 huge shopping centres literally right next to where we live. So it was a very nice first impression, but again, we'll show you that later in this video so you can see what that area is like as well.
I bet that you guys didn't know that Warsaw was actually called Phoenix City, and the reason for it is because it kept being destroyed and kept rising so many times. The Swedish attacked them and destroyed them, the Russians did it, then the Nazis did it, you know, but the Polish people always rose above it, and Warsaw has been destroyed more times than we can count, and yet here we are.
We're now going to head into the oldest restaurant in the whole of Warsaw, and it's in a restaurant called U Fukur.
Fofoqueira.
And actually, in English, if you pronounce it, it's a completely different meaning. And I'm sure you guys can pronounce what that is, but obviously I can't say it for YouTube. Also, it was rated in one of the Michelin guides in 2019, and it's a little bit of a romantic setting apparently, but very, very excited to go in and check it out. Apparently the food is very, very tasty, so let's see how good it is. The oldest restaurant here in Warsaw, guys, and honestly I must say I love the design, the decoration.
What a while.
Yeah, it literally feels like we've walked back into
16th
centuries.
century, which is since when the tradition is kept from.
It's literally really, really beautiful. A little bit hot because there's like hundreds of candles all lit, and they're all real candles, so there's a lot of attention to detail that's gone into this restaurant, and it's very got that romantic, cozy vibe.
So this place, guys, was created by Magda Gessler. And for those who don't know who she is, she's a TV celebrity chef. A bit like what Gordon Ramsay is in UK. She's here in Poland, and apparently the food is delicious. It's actually Polish authentic cuisine here, so we really can't wait to get stuck in. Look at the menu. That's her, actually.
So we waited for the waiter to actually come and serve us, and we started off the meal by giving us this delicious fresh Polish bread with this incredible sauce made from paprika, mayonnaise and some other good Polish bits. After that, the food came out shining. Look at this duck that we ordered. We had some duck, we ordered some duck, some Polish pierogi, which is the local delicacy and dish here, and they also brought these potatoes out with some beetroot mashed on the side, and we also ordered this incredible mushroom risotto that looks like it came out from a garden. Wow, so guys, we have got our food here, and we have got some duck, we've got some dumplings, we've got these potatoes that go with the beetroot, and Dace has got the
Chanterelle risotto. It's delicious. It was absolutely divine. It's really, really tasty.
Because I've had a lot of duck around the world, but this one definitely tops it. It comes with also this like cooked apple with some sorbet inside. It's also a really nice touch.
Like a mix of dumplings with veal, with cottage cheese, with potato and duck.
But honestly, this duck is definitely my favourite. It's cooked so well. Look at that, it just falls off the bone. Honestly guys, that was one hell of an experience. Literally just went back into time. Once you finish from that restaurant, guys, you want to head over to this place called Lodi and get yourself a fresh Polish style gelato. Hear the Polish music just behind me, guys, and no better way to finish off your evening with some nice gelato. But just before we give it a taste, let's round up that experience in the restaurant. It got a little bit hectic because our baby started going crazy because her teeth is coming, so yeah, sometimes it can be quite difficult. But anyway,
€100 dinner to spend in pain.
Yeah, I mean, it came to €100 for the whole thing, but we got like 4 different types of dishes. We got some water, and this, plus it was a Michelin guide restaurant, so that's what you expect to pay. But the food was so delicious,
and
yeah.
really generous portions.
Massive portions, yeah.
Usually in these restaurants you get a little.
Hello.
Anyway, cheers.
Anyway, cheers to that, guys. And we've just walked into the Old Town Market Square now, guys, and there are so many restaurants here. It literally reminds me of being in Rome. Everywhere you look to your left and right, there are kind of tables set out with all different types of cuisines. What do you think of Warsaw?
Say dzień dobry. Dzień dobry. Do you like Old Town, sweetie? Woohoo! Place is like a little fairy tale, and actually it's been awarded a UNESCO World Heritage Site back in 1980. Also, an interesting fact about Warsaw is that there's been quite a few prolific people that used to live here. One of them being Mary Curie, who was actually born in Warsaw, and she's known for her research on radioactivity, and she was the first female who won a Nobel Prize. And then, of course, Frederick Chopin. He spent a lot of his time during childhood here, and apparently his sister, when he died in France, brought his heart over back to Warsaw to make sure a piece of him is still here in his native country.
And guys, I also want to share with you an awesome travel hack that has saved me so much, especially during my trips here in Europe and around the world, and that is a company called Holofly. They're basically an eSIM provider that allows me to have unlimited internet and to use Google Maps just like this and to stay connected on 5G connection. So it's super helpful when I don't have to use my local tariffs in the UK when I'm traveling abroad, and it saves me a ton of money. To get Holofly on your device, just search it via the App Store. It's super easy to set up. It's compatible with most of the latest smartphones, but worth checking out just to make sure it's compatible with yours as well. The benefits of Holofly are they cover over 200 plus destinations with 8 regional plans, 152 destinations with unlimited data plans, and 88 destinations that you can personalize the number of days you require. And one I love is being able to share your internet in 149 destinations with hotspot capabilities. Holofly saves you from having to buy physical SIM cards and losing them. They do this by working with eSIMs, so no more fiddling around with physical SIM cards. An eSIM is a digital SIM you can activate instantly. Plus, it arrives in under a minute via email and WhatsApp. So before you even arrive to the chosen country, you'll have your internet as soon as you land. And if you guys want to sign up to get your own 5% discount, use my code TheAdventures in the description box below and you can sign up for yourself as well. And now we're about to try one of the most famous dishes here in Poland, which is the pierogi, which is basically a small pie stuffed with different meats and veg. So I'm really looking forward to it because it kind of reminds me of a British pie. I want to see the Polish version, and we've come to this restaurant here, which seems like a very, very old school restaurant in the heart of the old town, and it's called... Really excited to try this. We've ordered 4 different types. We've got chicken, beef, and some vegetarian options. Feta and spinach. And as you can see, very old school. It's got the old school kind of the layout. So we're going to try my first time having pierogi here in Poland. Heard a lot about it. As you can see, they're like this dumpling style. And it's got some like onions on the top with some greens. Not sure which one this one is because we've got different types, but let's give it a go. Very, very tasty. Very soft and succulent. This one's a chicken, and we've got some spinach inside. If we look at that, very, very tasty. First impressions, actually very different to a lot of the dumplings I've tried around the world. It's very, very delicious.
Aya, what do you think of your dumpling?
Nice. Ada? Yeah, is it good? How did you like it?
I think a lot of Polish people will just absolutely destroy me. But because I'm from Latvia, I used to eat a lot of Russian pelmeni. And it kind of reminds me of that. It's very similar, but slightly different, but very tasty.
And what they've got on top of the dumplings, the pierogi here, is these caramelized onions just on top, and they kind of really give the whole dish a nice taste overall. So also, as we're walking around Old Town, we bumped into a fellow local here, David. And where are you from? Ukraine or?
Ukrainian, Kiev.
Ukraine, Kiev. Okay. How long have you been living in Poland? Been living here for a long time?
2 years.
What's your most favorite thing about living in Warsaw? What do you enjoy the most?
I don't know. I don't know.
Are you studying or working?
Studying here and working.
What do you study?
Technicum.
Technical stuff, yeah? Cool. All right, well, nice to meet you, David.
Me too.
Appreciate it. And also, while we were walking, guys, here in Old Town, there was this young girl that was just taking really old photos of everybody. and we walked past, and she basically took this photo of us, and we look like we're basically wanted by the Polish government. You know, we didn't even realize what it was till now. We looked and we were like, what the hell, it's us.
It's really
super
cool. Yeah.
So when you're in Old Town, guys, you may get paparazzi'd by one of the young girls. I actually wanted to get her on the camera, but she was a little bit shy, so she didn't want to come on the video. But you'll see them with these really old school cameras. So where we currently are right now, guys, we're heading over to the thinnest apartment block in the whole of Europe. Is that what it is?
Well, actually, it's like the narrowest building in the world.
Oh wow, in the world?
Yeah, apparently.
And where we're currently located is, where we're walking, is a very busy area. It's the center of Warsaw, and you can see loads of skyscrapers, hotels, all located in the heart of where we're currently walking. And the pace around this area, I must say, people are walking extremely fast, and we are just about keeping up, because obviously being from London, we know how it is in the city. Everyone's going super fast. And on my right here, we have got the central station of Warsaw, which links the whole of Poland together via their train station. And what we have here, guys, just on to the right of us, is a shopping center which is called Zukorai Shopping Center, which we headed in there yesterday. It's got a lot of international shops and very, very modern once again, and it's right located next to the central station. And where we're currently walking now, we can see kind of a lot of the financial areas and companies that they've got here, like Ernst & Young, HSBC, KGHM, in a massive skyscraper building. So honestly, they say Poland is the powerhouse of Europe, and you can kind of see it once you're walking through the central area of Warsaw. It's very, very modern, and a lot of beautiful buildings, and a lot of big companies are here, like Samsung as well.
Quite a bit of a contrast to the amazing skyscrapers is this bit here. Because I'm from Latvia, I'm very familiar with these buildings. It's the gift from the Soviet Union times, you know, those high-story, grey, almost prison-like buildings. They're still here. They don't quite fit in with the with the modern thing, but it's interesting to see.
And another place that I must say this area reminds me of is I feel like I'm walking around Liverpool Street over in London. I'm sure there's a lot of Polish people that actually have been to London, because when I was living in London, there was a lot of Polish people, definitely before Brexit. But I don't know, maybe you guys can let me know in the comments what the situation is now for Polish people, because I heard that a lot of the local people have now returned back to Poland, and because there's a lot of good opportunities now for people to work here, especially the local people. So if you can let me know in the comments what you guys think about that. Another thing worth mentioning is how much things typically cost here for groceries. So we did a little bit of grocery shopping in Carrefour here, which is one of the grocery shops that you can buy your meat, vegetables and fruits. And we went the other day and we spent roughly about 20 British pounds, and we got quite an okay amount of stuff. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, we got some salmon, some broccoli, lots of berries, some snacks. So I thought it was a really good value for money. If we were to compare to Latvia, which is, you know, a relatively small country, things here in Poland for food shop are much cheaper, which I thought, wow, because surely Polish minimum wages are much higher than Latvian.
Yeah.
So it was very, you know, interesting to see that actually produce here is cheaper.
So if you are a digital nomad, I've seen a lot of cafeterias around Warsaw where they've got fast internet speeds, nice specialty coffees, and also a workspace, one of the most famous workspaces in the whole world that I recognize anyway, which is WeWork. They've even got their own huge building. Crazy.
And I must say, I'm really pleased to see that Warsaw is quite diverse in the sense that you get to see a whole bunch of different nationalities here. Again, I'm comparing to Latvia because Latvia is not so diverse yet, so I was expecting to kind of see the same thing, but it's really refreshing to see that there is, you know, Indian people.
A good mix. There's a good mix of
different
good mix of Asian and the local population, for
which
sure.
I think is quite important, you know, and yeah, you've got that here.
We're just going to head in and grab some coffee as well, right in the heart of the central area. And there's a lot of these bakeries and cafeterias everywhere in Warsaw that we go to, because I've also heard in Poland that they are very, very famous for their bakeries.
Yes, definitely.
And everywhere you go, you see these amazing cafes that have got these delicious looking waffles and croissants and all these sweet snacks and plenty of nice baguette sandwiches. But today we're going to grab some coffee.
We're not going to have the bakery because we are both on a diet.
Yeah, we're trying to be on a diet. But being in Warsaw is very hard because there's so many of these incredible bakeries and the food is just so delicious. We'll dive into that in this video as well. So we've got one of many coffees of the day. How is it?
So that's my first coffee of the day. It's actually really, really nice. I actually really like the coffee culture here. They really know their coffee. It never... So guys, you won't believe this. We found the narrowest house in the world. And it's literally that little tiny bit in the gap between the two big buildings. So the narrowest part of it is like 92 centimeters only, guys. It's less than a meter. And the widest bit is like 152 centimeters. I'm 160, so it's literally smaller than me. So just to give a little bit of context to this place, the architect Jakub Rzeźny, he presented this at the Wola Art back in 2009, sorry, at Wola Art Festival, and it got finished building back in 2012. And basically what it serves us today is like a temporary space, a living space for traveling writers.
So this looks like the entrance to the narrowest building. Let's see if there's any way we can get in. Ah, no, there isn't, but that is literally it, right there. That is crazy. And then this is obviously the door, but obviously we cannot get in. Maybe my GoPro can have a look. That's what it looks like. Wow. That's crazy. Imagine living there, guys, in this like super narrow house. I mean, I'm struggling to believe anyone still lives there today.
Well, apparently, it's, like I said, it's these traveling writers that stay there.
And we're now headed into Varso Tower, which is the tallest building in the whole of Poland.
And it's also the tallest building in the European Union, and it's the 6th tallest in Europe. So a really, really great landmark to come and check out.
We're hoping to get up there, but we don't know if the viewing deck is open or not, so... Hi.
Hi.
Is your deck open, the viewing deck?
Not yet. It's
Okay.
gonna be open in summer next year.
Ah, okay. And do you have like a cafeteria or anything on the higher
Only
floors?
on 0 floor.
Only 0. Oh, that's a shame. Okay.
Okay,
All right.
thank you so much.
So there you see, guys, we tried to get in, but the viewing deck is not open until 2025, summer 2025, which is a little bit of a shame, but we're gonna come downstairs here to the bottom floor and have a coffee.
Just so we can say we've been to this tallest tower.
Yeah, exactly. Sat down, guys, at the bottom of the floor. Unfortunately, we didn't get to the top, but we got ourselves some nice Cafe Nero coffee.
Cheers, guys. This building is 311 meters tall, just as high as tallest mountain in Latvia, and it's a 53-story building. It's super nice.
One thing you'll see a lot here in Poland, guys, is a lot of churches.
Because Polish people are religious people, the main religion is Roman Catholicism. And actually, I have another fun fact for you with regard to this. The original Gutenberg Bible, you can find one here in Poland. It's literally one of the rarest books in the world, and what an honor for a Polish nation to have one of those copies. It's the binding from 15th century. The Gutenberg's Bible is actually located in a museum here in Poland, in a town called Pelplin, I think, if I pronounce it correctly.
And The area that we're staying in is very central and it's such a trendy, cool place. You've got this awesome graffiti designs like the one just behind me, and so many artsy types of cafeterias that sell beautiful different types of coffees. You've got nice restaurants with all unique types of food, brunch places. Check this out, guys. If some of our Moroccan subscribers are watching, they've even got the Visit Morocco, kind of almost like a whole building, like a tourism center directly here in Warsaw. Actually, it's not a tourism center, it's their embassy. Look at that. What are the odds that we'll be staying right next to the Moroccan embassy?
Moroccan people, Morocco follows us everywhere.
Yeah. Also in this area that we're currently walking in, guys, looks like they're renovating a lot of the old buildings because there's a lot of graffiti and broken windows, but then next door there's these beautiful modern apartment blocks that have been built. So it seems like this area kind of really reminds me of the Notting Hill of London. If anybody has ever visited London before, you kind of know what that vibe is like. Very unique buildings, unique restaurants, and just nice cozy atmosphere. Honestly, guys, if you're looking for a trendy area with specialty coffee and just a nice vibe, I highly recommend coming into this place on the weekend and just enjoying a nice bar crawl or just enjoying some nice coffee and treats that you can get down here.
If you're wondering where all these beautiful cafes and shops are, it's Emily Plater Street. So if you come to number 10 and walk your way forward one way or another, you'll see so many beautiful shops and cafes and restaurants. This is the place to be. So we've now made it to one of the most trendiest areas in the whole of Warsaw, which is called Mokotów. It's actually an area that tourists do not come to. It's more preferred by the local people. It's really hip and trendy though, and it's also got like a bit of an international vibe. And this is why we've come. Yeah, to do also a bit of shopping in Westfield. I'm surprised to see a Westfield in Poland because there's one in London, but I thought it was just something that's in the UK and America. So let's go inside, let's see if we can see what the shops are like and see if we can buy anything nice. Dave thinks that this Westfield is better than the one in London. I think so, yeah. It's much more grand. Definitely feels more fresh and new. I mean, maybe you guys can let us know if you're from here. How long has this Westfield been around? Because it looks fresh and brand spanking new. So another interesting fact about Polish people, guys, is the fact that they get married the youngest in Europe, statistically from about age of 25 to 27, and it's no surprise really because Polish people value, have traditional values, family is at the core of everything, and we'll see if we can find some young people and ask them why that is. Why do they get married so early, right? Or you can also let us know in the comments. you can let us know in the comments. And this is the apartment that we rented when we came to Warsaw, and it cost us £55 inclusive of everything with the Airbnb fees that you typically have to pay. It's a really nice space because as you walk in you've got this massive, not massive, but like a nice living room area with a TV, and also I'll show you around a little bit. This is the bedroom space, which is quite nice. A nice little space, and they've also got an AC unit, air conditioning. Especially now because it's the summertime, it gets so hot in Warsaw. When we arrived it was at 28 degrees and quite humid as well. And you've also got a very nice little balcony, like a French style balcony just there leading onto the car park. And also another thing I love about the apartments here is the high ceilings. It really gives the kind of feel that your apartment is bigger than it actually is. The best thing about the apartment, guys, is the location. It's right in the middle of everything, about 10-minute walk from Central Station. And we are on the corner of Emily Plater Street that has a lot of beautiful restaurants, cafes. It's literally where it's all at. I also love that Polish people, they are very considerate when it comes to families. The landlady, she arranged everything for our baby. We have a baby bath, we have a feeding chair, we have a crib, we have a baby towel, we have a box of toys and books. Yeah, it's just amazing. We've literally had a stay that you can call home away from home. So guys, before we go, I've got to leave with another fun fact for you. So apparently, Polish people were the ones who invented vodka. Can you believe that? I think Russian people will have a lot to say about that. But apparently there are scripts in Polish courts that date back to 1400 where vodka was mentioned, which at that time was used as medicine. And today Poland is still one of the biggest producers of vodka. You have Belvedere, Zubrowka, some of the most famous ones. So yeah, there you go. So what was your favorite thing about Warsaw, Jan?
I think just the overall modern feel of it, like it was very modern, everything was clean. And
Same thing, because I've been to Warsaw when I was very little, and I just don't remember it being like that. So it's really built, very well built out, and just so cosmopolitan, and people are actually really friendly. And I'm most impressed by the strength and resilience of Polish people, because they've had to rebuild their city more times than you can count. And you know, it's a great testament to all the people out here, and yeah, the city is really lovely. We had a nice time, right?
yeah, really nice. Looking forward to exploring some of the other Polish cities, but that'll
Like
be
Krakow. We want to try to come back to Krakow, right?
Yeah.
And just enjoy maybe the mountain area, because nature-wise Poland also has a lot of things, so more of a reason to come back.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next episode. And don't forget to subscribe.
Aya says,
Bye.
do widzenia.